story, a testimony of how I got baptized in the Holy Spirit. And let me start off. My name is Jake Fike. I'm 19 years old. It's been a long journey with the Lord, telling you. We all have those times where we go back and forth with, it's like a tug of war. So let me start off. I was 14 years old at the time, and I loved Call of Duty. I loved playing Call of Duty. You know that video game? I loved it. There was a church camp that said Call of Duty. And I was like, Call of Duty? Call of Duty? We're going to play video games? Woohoo! I was like, all right, I'm going. But I didn't get it. Call of Duty. We're called to duty. We're called to do His works. And I went, and immediately my presence was there. And, I really wanted to soak in the Holy Spirit there. I really wanted to find it because I wasn't baptized in the Holy Spirit yet. And I remember seeing kids all up at the front altar, just on their knees praying, crying to God. Some were giving them their lives to God. And this was on the second day already, and God was moving. By the fourth day of camp, the fifth day of camp, we had our last service. And there was not one kid sitting in their seat out of 600 people that were at that camp. They were all up front. Amen. And the anointing was so strong that there was kids speaking in tongues, there was healings happening, and it was crazy to see our generation so strong in the Lord, and it was so exciting. And I wanted that. I remember people coming up and praying for me. You gotta seek God, you gotta ask for it. He'll give you the gift of tongues, He'll give you these gifts. And I'm like, I'm trying, but I'm not getting it at this church camp, but I'm feeling the Holy Spirit. So when we got all packed up, we left, and I remember we were headed home, and I was just praying, just asking God, I really want to be able to speak in tongues, God. I want to taste what these other kids are tasting. I'm so hungry. I remember getting home at my mom's house. I was just talking to my mom. It was about bedtime, and it was around 10 o'clock. I remember I decided I'm going to seek God. I'm going to go after God right here. 14 years old, I'm going after Him. So I turn on WBCL, turn it up as loud as I can. I'm worshiping God and telling you, the Holy Spirit was there. I'm telling you, woo! And I'm opening my Bible, reading scriptures, and I'm praying. I'm like, God, please just let me be able to speak in tongues. I just want to go out and pray for people and just go get them. But it wasn't happening. So I started to get discouraged. I started to feel like, why is it not happening? What am I doing wrong? I decided, you know what? It's about 11 o'clock already. I've been worshiping for about an hour. I'm still laying in bed. If it's not happening here, I don't know when it's going to happen. And I laid down in bed, and I'm so discouraged, and I said, okay, God, what do you got for me? I remember sitting there laying down just so quietly. I just listened. Didn't talk, didn't say anything. I just listened. And sometimes God comes in more than just a storm, more than splitting mountains, more than making fire fall from the sky. Sometimes He comes with a whisper. You have to listen. So I laid there, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. These words crossed my mind, and I said it 3 times. I'm like, what did I just do? And they all start with a W. And I laid there, and I go, okay, I just spoke in tongues. Do I have it now, God? Whoa! Yeah! And I'm like, okay, God, what's that mean? And all of a sudden, translation came, and He says, God is coming, God is coming, God is coming 3 times. And I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, I'm out. I don't know where I was. This mist started to form my room. It was a dense, light fog. And it started to form my room, and immediately I was lifted from my body. Age 14, I didn't know what was going on. I started to float. And before I went to church camp, before any of this happened, God gave me a vision. And in this vision, there was this green tunnel. And I immediately went through this green tunnel breathing life. And I appeared. I wasn't all the way out of the tunnel. And out through the tunnel, I seen green grass and a tree. And someone said, "It's not your time yet." But immediately when I was lifted from my body, I was taken to this green tunnel. And I went through that green tunnel, and all of a sudden I appeared on this cliff. And immediately when I appeared on this cliff, I felt peace. And there was nothing like it. I looked over, and I seen this man in a white robe lift his hands. And the clouds that were out before me on this cliff split in two. And these clouds, let me tell you something, I wanted to run out there and jump on them and eat them because they were so pretty. I wanted to run and just jump around. I was so happy. And as I looked out beyond that cliffside, I seen this river flowing through the middle. So clear, so blue. The prettiest color you've ever seen. And as I was worshiping God today, here's the Bible verse he gave me. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, as clear as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and the Lamb down the middle, great street of the city. Amen. That's flowing through that pasture out there. That clear river, it was beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. I look out beyond that and I see trees. And these trees had no imperfections in them whatsoever. I remember looking out beyond that, and I appeared in this pasture of flowers. And the flowers were so beautiful. It's the colors that you've never seen before. The colors were like all the colors combined into one, but it's so beautiful. And every time you walked on a flower, it popped right back up. Nothing was damaged. I looked out beyond that, and I could see a butterfly a mile away. My vision in heaven is zoomed. You see everything. Nothing hides from you in heaven. Nothing. I looked out beyond that, and I seen a mountain. And this mountain was so perfectly formed. It's like you've never seen it before. You can take a painting and say, "Wow, that's a perfect picture of a mountain." But you look at heaven, it's like, "Wow, God, you're an architect. You know, you're really good at what you do." Woo! And it's like they took a white blanket and floated over the mountaintops of white snow. Beautiful. I remember standing there and I go, "God, I'm not going back." 14 years old, I didn't want to go back. Because there was no pain, there was no hurt, there was no suffering, no doubt. I was peace, and I said, "God, I want you to kill me now." I said, "I'm not going home." And he said, "It's not your time yet." You know, it amazed me when God showed me all this. Because I thought it was just, I'm going to get a little taste of speaking in tongues. But he gave me an out-of-body experience. And I didn't want to go back, so I go, "God, what's hell look like?" He didn't say anything. Immediately picked me up a knife. Immediately picked me up and he dropped me off at this tunnel. And immediately as he sat me down, I started to burn. I had no feeling of God. He wasn't there. I started feeling pain and doubt. Thinking about all the stuff that I did wrong. It just kept laughing at me. I remember looking down in this pit and I started hearing footsteps. And at the bottom of the pit, this beast appeared and it was a demon. And it stared at me and it was going, growling at me. And that growl was, it was having such hatred for God, for me. And then it wanted me there, it wanted me down there with it. And then it walked me to the top of the pit and wanted to rip me to shreds. I started sweating and crying. And all of a sudden I heard someone screaming, "Help me! Get me out of here, please!" Couldn't do anything. And I remember sitting there and I started crying, "God, please, I don't want to be here. Help me, please. Please." And immediately I appeared back to my body. my sister's right in the room next to me. I go back to my bed and I go to lay down on it and I feel my bed and my whole bed is soaked with sweat. I take my pillow, and it was a foam pillow, and I wringed it out and it was full of tears. And all I could think about was hell. And I go, God, I need you, please. And he wraps me up in a hug. And I've never felt a hug that I've never, there's no one who's ever hugged me this way. It's like God just came around and gave me a hug, and I go, in peace. I remember I was still weeping. I said, God, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. And he told me, you need to share this message with others. He started playing angels' music, and they started to sing to me. And when they sang, it was like they were playing instruments from their mouth. And I was instantly out. I woke up the next day, wrote this all in my journal. And I knew this is what I had to share. When I was praying out in my car today, in Revelations, it says Jesus is coming. This is Revelations chapter 22, verse 7. It says, behold, I am coming soon. Verse 12, behold, I am coming soon. Verse 20, yes, I am coming soon. That's 3 times in Revelation. So what's that saying? He is coming soon. So we need to be ready for this. We need to rise up as disciples, because this is something that's not what God wants. He doesn't want to see his children going to hell, because that hurts a lot worse than burning in hell, watching his children go there, because that's not what he has for them. When I was praying out my car, God told me for an altar call. And I'm telling you, there's going to be healings, there's going to be giftings, and if you need reassurance that you're on the right